What up, YouTube? YouTube. It's me again, Kamikazevondoom here, and I've got a viewer. Look at that. All right, got another build video for you guys. Nothing too special, but it is something that I've been asked quite frequently about, especially on Facebook and on my YouTube channel. So, without further ado, that is my backside. Without further ado, this is the 1.8.3 Banshee Savage, or Savage Banshee, whatever you guys want to call it. It's a 5-piece Banshee with Savage gloves, wrecking all day long. Now, I've put up on my community tab and all that jazz that I'm still rocking Banshee, and it's not a lie. I'm still definitely rocking Banshee. This is my go-to. I run this every day. Yeah, at least once a day. But here it is. If you guys are new to the channel and you guys enjoy my content, don't forget to smash that like. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Click the notification bell. I will be uploading a lot on this road to the Division 2. So, looking just right off the bat, you guys see my numbers. What's that? 7,800 firearms, 5,200 stamina, and bare bones electronics. Now, I don't know if you guys are familiar with Savage builds, but they are normally a DPS and or crit based build, and this one doesn't fail. I'm running a house, lightweight M4, and my little blue determined predatory pistol. Now, when in doubt, whip the pistol out, pistol whip them, get your health back, get your skill back, and jump right back into it. So, what we're going to do is we're going to get into the Savage gloves. We'll talk about the gear, and then we'll finish off with weapons. So, what are Savage gloves? Well, it is a special talent on high-end gloves called Savage. Critical hit chance is increased by 7% against all targets out of cover. Now, the targets out of cover, part of this talent, should be hitting a little part in your brain about Banshee. And we'll get into that in a second. Now, as far as these, all it does is it increases your crit hit chance by 7% when the target is out of cover. Now, as far as the set bonuses for Banshee, we are running 5. So we have set bonus 2, looted DZ funds. Not a big deal, but it is fun to have DZ funds. Set bonus 3, 10% damage to targets out of cover. So here, you're basically just putting the cherry on top. So you're getting all your damage, you're getting your multiplier if you died by a rogue, and on top of that, now, when they're out of cover, you do more damage and do more crits. And it's just all done after that. So, set bonus 4, talent Banshee. While rogue, all ammo is completely refilled every 30 seconds, and damage from non-rogue players is reduced by 10%. And, on the other side of that, while not rogue, damage to rogue players is increased by 10%, and this damage is increased to 20 after being killed by a rogue, and that's for 10 minutes. So yes, a lot of people rely on that part of Banshee, which is wrong, but a lot of people do it. And a lot of people also use this as a rogue build and take that 10% reduced damage and just throw on a reckless chest piece. But that's a different story. Alright, so, and set bonus 5, you have an additional 20% looted DZ funds, bringing it up to 40. And you have an additional 5% damage to targets out of cover, bringing that up to 15. So to all targets out of cover, you are now doing 15% more damage and 7% more crit chance. Now the weapons I am using: House, fully optimized, 22.6k base damage, talents, responsive, deadly, card counter. Nothing new. Me personally, a lot of my builds for 1.8.3 will have responsive and deadly in it. This is a very burst damage patch, and it might just be for the rest of the game's existence that burst damage is just very popular. So a lot of people are running high DPS builds like myself, and the best talent to use is responsive, hands down. But that is up to debate, which would be a pretty good debate. Now the mods I am running on this house are all crit based for the most part. So you have your loud vent break, 19 crit damage, 6 headshot damage, 3 crit chance. Your small grip, 19 crit damage, 5 reload speed, 2.5 stability. Your extended mag, 120 on the mag size, 3 on the crit chance, 5.6 on the rate of fire. And your pro red dot sight, 19 on the crit damage, 3 on the crit chance, and 6 on the headshot damage. Now that brings my primary weapon, my house, to 51 crit chance. So with the Savage gloves, I am getting 58% crit chance. And that is to all targets out of cover. That won't change due to my health with Vicious or anything like that. It's just going to be 58% crit chance. Crit damage, 132. I could bring that up a bit, but I am rocking the rate of fire on my extended mag. So you could bring that up to 136. And due to the burst damage, I'm not going to do that. And 62 on the headshot damage. Now as far as my secondary goes, this is lightweight M4. It is a fairly new one. I haven't shown this one off yet. It's a 19.9 on the base damage. This one is responsive, deadly, and vicious. Now let's get that guy's face out of my build. There we go. Now this one is responsive, deadly, vicious. Vicious is in the 3rd slot, so I can go even higher firearms if you'd like. I like having at least, I don't know, 47 to 52 stamina. And that's usually pushing it. Like 426 toughness is it's about as comfortable as I want to be right now. I could go a little bit lower, but this is a pretty comfortable build. So, like I said, responsive, deadly, vicious. The mods I'm using on this: loud vent break with crit damage, headshot damage, and crit chance. Small grip, crit damage, accuracy, reload speed. Extended mag, mag size, crit chance, rate of fire. And the hollow sight, crit chance, crit damage, and headshot damage. Now this brings my lightweight M4 to 42.5 crit chance, but like I said, with the Savage gloves, brings it up to 49.5 crit chance on my LMG, or on my lightweight M4, sorry. I have 117 on the crit damage, and 87 on the headshot damage. And like I said before, blue pistol, determined predatory. Reason why it's blue is because the requirements to get these talents are relatively low compared to a high-end or an exotic. So get a blue one, make sure it already has either predatory or determined on it, and then re-roll the other one. You could go to sustained, talented, what have you. This is my cup of tea. Alright, and let's knock out this gear, shall we? So, starting out with the Banshee's vest, fully optimized, rolled stamina. Attributes health, enemy armor damage, and ammo capacity. The mods I'm running on the vest are 2 maxed out stamina crit chance mods. Moving on to the backpack. Banshee Shadow backpack, fully optimized, rolled firearms, attributes, crit hit damage, and disrupt resistance. You could go for more ammo capacity here. However, I don't, because when I'm rogue, I get my ammo back every 30 seconds. And yeah, there's that. Oh, swerve. The mods I'm running on the backpack: stamina crit chance and 2 first aid self-heal mods. Go down to the Savage gloves, fully optimized, rolled firearms, the attributes, SMG damage, crit chance, and crit damage. Now you can, let's go back to this. Now you can roll off crit chance. I've heard people doing that and putting enemy armor damage there because you're already getting crit chance from the Savage talent. You could do that. However, me, I love my crits, so I have crit chance, crit damage, and SMG damage. Going on to the mask, fully optimized, rolled firearms, attributes, crit chance, minor attribute, damage to elites. You could change that off. I have damage to elites on there because with the DZ, the higher you go, the more elites you have to run into, and the faster you can melt them, the faster you can get back into the fight. Mod I'm running, firearms, crit chance. Down the knee pads, fully optimized, rolled firearms, attributes, crit hit damage, disrupt and bleed resistance, and more damage to elites. Now, I know shock resistance is a heavy hitter right there in the minor attributes, so you could take disrupt off and put shock. But I personally like the damage to elites there, just to get them out of the way quicker. You could put resistance there just for a PvP aspect, but this is the way I got it. And the mods: stamina crit chance and first aid self-heal. And finally, the holster, fully optimized, 1401 across the board, rolled crit chance, and it is another first aid self-heal mod. Now let's finish this off with the character sheet and my skills. So recap: 7800 firearms, I mean basically 8k and 5k stam. The house, 51% crit chance, 132 crit damage. Add in the Savage, and you're doing 58. I have 28% damage to elites, 6% enemy armor damage. Max health, 283. Kinda low, but I'm comfortable with it. And the armor, fully optimized, 8008. Bringing my weapon mitigation to 33.5%. And the abilities: I'm running booster shot with a pulse and a recov. And the talents: I'm running adrenaline because pred. I personally like critical save, strike back, and precision. Now, when I'm running in a group, I'll take precision off, or I'll take critical save off, and I'll put on combat medic. When you're in a team, please run combat medic. Please. 9 times out of 10, if everyone's not running combat medic, that team will lose. Please put on combat medic. But with all that said and done, that is your 1.8.3 Banshee Savage build, or Savage Banshee build, whichever way floats your boat. Kamikazevondoom here. Hope you guys are having fun during this global event, and I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.